Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Azira and I'm from English Education 2024. Here I want to read how to give a good speech. We are all called upon to make a speech at some point in life, but most of us don't do a very good job. This article gives some suggestions on how to give an effective speech. 1. So, you have to give a speech and you're terrified. You get nervous, you forget what you want to say, you stumble over words, you talk too long, and you bore your audience. Later you think, thanks goodness, it's over. I'm just not good at public speaking. I hope I never have to do that again. 2. Share up. It doesn't have to be that bad. Here are some simple steps to take the pain out of speech making. First of all, it is important to plan. Do your homework. Find out everything you can about your subject, and at the same time, find out as much as you can about your audience. Who are they? What do they know about your subject? Do they have a common interest? Why are they coming to hear you speak? Put yourself in their shoes as you prepare your speech. 3. Ask yourself the purpose of your speech. What is the occasion? Why are you speaking? Are you introducing another speaker, moderating a discussion, giving a lecture, convincing someone? There are many possible speaking roles, and each one has its own special characteristics. Make sure you know into which category you fit. Don't spoil your speech by confusing one speaking role with another. Let us suppose that you have been asked to introduce the main speaker at a conference. First, find out the most important and interesting things about the speaker. Then, summarize this information in a few remarks. It is alright to tell a joke or an anecdote if it is in good taste and will not embarrass the speaker. And most important, be brave. Remember, you are not the main speaker, you are introducing the main speaker. 5. If you are a moderator, you should begin by giving a quick introduction of the people on the panel. After that, you should try to keep the discussion running smoothly, and you should try to focus on the connection between speakers. Keep yourself in the background, don't talk too much, and don't interrupt the panelists. Be tactful and be considerate. 6. If you are giving a lecture or explanation an idea, gather as many facts as you can on your subjects. Spend plenty of time doing your research. Then spend plenty of time organizing your material so that your speech is clear and easy to follow. Use as many examples as possible and use pictures, cards, and graph if they will help you make your points more clearly. Never forget your audience, don't talk over their heads, and don't talk down to them. Treat your audience with respect. They will appreciate your thoughtfulness. 7. If you are trying to sell something, you will need to convince your audience. Do you want them to vote your candidate A? Are you offering them a new improved toothbrush? This kind of speech is usually dramatic, but here too, you must do your research and know your fact. 8. When you are making your speech, try to relax. Speak slowly and coolly and look at people in your audience. Use simple vocabulary and experience whenever possible. Pause for a 5 seconds now and then to give your audience a chance to think about what you have said. Make sure that everyone in the room can hear you. If it is a large room or an auditorium, you will probably have to use a microphone. 9. Just remember, be prepared. Know your subject, your audience, and the occasion. Be brave, say what you're enough to say and then stop, and be yourself. Let Let your personality come through so that you make person to person contact with your audience. 10. If you follow these simple steps, you'll see that you don't have to be afraid of public speaking. In fact, you may find the experience so enjoyable that you volunteer and make more speech. You're not convinced yet. Give it a try and see what happens. Right? Main idea of paragraph 1 is the speaker is afraid of public speaking and feels they are not good at it. For example, in high school, when I was presenting, I was afraid and lacked confidence. So I just read and thought the important things was that I had present and didn't think about the score the score. Main idea of paragraph 2 is here are some simple steps to take the pain out of speech making. For example, I have my own way to overcome my public speaking problems. First, I have to master all the material that I will convey. Secondly, I consider the audience as my students and I am responsible for giving them my knowledge. Lastly, it's okay to make small mistakes that are important to be able to take lessons from those mistakes and not repeat them again in the future. Main idea paragraph 3 is understanding the purpose of your speech and your speaking role is essential for effective communication. For the example, when I'm presenting and hosting, I will apply different rules. When I'm presenting, I will act as if I am a teacher, and when I'm hosting, I will act as a super active and cheerful person so that the audience doesn't feel sleepy and boring. Main idea of paragraph 4 is when introducing a speaker, you should provide a brief, engaging, and respectful introduction that highlight important information about them. For example, when I am the host for a religion program, the thing I have to do is to speak so that the topic of the religious lecture that will be discussed in is interesting to the audience. Then introduce the ustads who will give a religious lecture politically. Main idea of paragraph 5 is how a moderator should effectively manage a panel discussion. For example, when I moderate the presentation, the thing I have to pay attention to was organizing the discussion to be active and fair. My idea of paragraph 6 is how to effectively prepare and deliver a lecture or explanation. For the example, I once gave a presentation in a hurry because of my procrastination. As a result, I was very embarrassed because during the discussion session I couldn't answer the question. My idea of paragraph 7 is the importance of persuasion and research in selling or promoting something. For example, when I see an advertisement for skincare or clothes, I am definitely interested in their product because the owner is very good at using persuasive sentences accompanied by facts. My idea of paragraph 8 is tips on how to make a good speech. For the example, the tips that I do when speaking are to try to speak slowly and clearly. Don't be afraid of being judged by people because not everyone can listen to you carefully, so there's no need to be nervous. My idea of paragraph 9 is key tips for giving an effective speech. For example, the key that I always do when doing public speaking is to prepare both the material and myself, then be myself and increase my confidence. My idea of paragraph 10 is overcoming the fear of public speaking by following simple steps on confidence to practice. For the example, I can do a good presentation because I follow tips from the internet and often do exercise. Remember not to be afraid of being wrong. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.